You are now watching Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel.
I shot him 6 times!
What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. If you have not done so already, please shoot this video a like. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. As well as if you're a new viewer to this channel, please shoot that subscribe button as well as that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. So, over the course of the last 4 days, as I'm sure we are all well aware by now, we have gotten 2 new TV spot trailers for Scream 6, as well as some interesting rumors going around about certain characters in the film. So, without wasting any more time, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down both trailers, discussing what I see here, giving my theories on what we are getting in these 30-second trailers, as well as the rumors that are circulating around a certain set of characters in Scream 6.
Please help me! Behind you!
It followed me here, and it's gonna keep coming for us. We need to fight back.
Ready? I'm ready. Come on, mother!
Okay, so this TV spot trailer was titled Fighting Back, and it makes all the sense in the world because in this TV spot trailer that we get for Scream 6, it kind of basically showcases, you know, the point of emphasis is that Samantha and Tara are going to be fighting back against Ghostface. You hear Samantha say this to who we assume is Danny Brackett, Josh Segarra's character. She says we need to fight back. Then you see when her and Tara are back to back from each other and Ghostfaces are surrounding them. You see Samantha say to Tara, "Are you ready?" And Tara says yes, and she basically challenges Ghostface, you know, saying, "Come on, motherfucker," etc., etc. So what this tells us is that they're obviously going to stop running from Ghostface. They're going to stop running from their fear of Ghostface and start taking this thing head on, which is a clear homage to Sidney Prescott's character in Scream 2, because obviously when we get the car crash scene, when the agents that were protecting Sidney get killed off, you see her and Hallie start to run away when they get out of the window, and Sidney says, "Stop," you know, basically, "Stop, I want to see who it is." And Hallie is imploring her to keep going, to keep running, and Sidney says, "I'm sick of running." Like she's tired of running, basically saying that she wants to fight back, like she doesn't want to keep running from her fears anymore. So definitely, you know, what I'm taking from this TV spot trailer, you know, from these little snippets that we got, is that Samantha and Tara are going to be doing their best to fight off these new Ghostface killers as best as they can, and that they are no longer going to stand down. Now, obviously, in this next shot we have here, we see Chad Meeks Martin getting his swing at Ghostface, and a lot of people think that Chad is going to be like the new Dewey Riley of, you know, Radio Silence's version of Scream, and I'm on board with that. I like Chad. I think, you know, I think he has the potential to be a really great character going forward, especially, you know, depending on what we get out of the character in Scream 6. But definitely he's taking his swing at Ghostface. He hits Ghostface with something, you know, I can't make it out exactly what it is. It happened so fast, but you know, definitely, you know, it seems like Chad is going to, you know, be getting his shots in and doing his best as well to try to protect the girls and protect himself from being killed off. So I personally have said it before, I think Chad will go on to live, but obviously we don't know until we get there when we watch the film. So then next we have in this next shot, and this was the biggest talking point about this TV spot trailer, was that they gave away a kill, much like they did in the official trailer for Scream 6, where we see the store owner get shot with the shotgun. That is obviously a confirmed kill. A lot of people are talking about that this scene here where we see Devin Dakota's character, Annika, on the ladder, and you see Ghostface tilting the ladder. This is a revealed death scene. Well, here, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think they definitely did give away a kill in this trailer, in this TV spot trailer anyway. But we've talked about this before with these trailers, misdirection, and, you know, Radio Silence and the studio, and, you know, spyglass playing tricks on us in terms of what we are going to see in the film. So the reason why I say that is because, yeah, we see Ghostface in this shot in the 30-second TV trailer spot that we just got on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, or Friday it was released. We see Ghostface about to tilt the ladder, and you can all but assume that Devin Dakota's character is going to fall over. Well, in the official trailer for Scream 6, when you see Ghostface, basically slam the knife down into the windowsill, and it seems they're about to grab a hold of the ladder, behind Ghostface, you see blood spatter. Now, why I bring this up again, and I brought this up in, my trailer breakdown, my official trailer breakdown for Scream 6, is that if you look behind Ghostface here in this shot to the left, you don't see any blood spatter on the walls. You don't see any blood spatter at all. And the reason why I bring that up is because, yeah, we can say that in this TV spot trailer that they gave away a kill, but then when you go back and watch the official trailer and you see this shot here that I have on the right with the blood spatter in the back, you can obviously see that these are two edited scenes from the same, basically, sequence in the same scene. So what I'm saying is that just because we see in the TV spot trailer Devin Dakota's character seems like she's going to get killed, that doesn't mean that that's going to actually happen. And the reason why I say that is because of this shot that I have here on the right. Is obviously an edited scene of the same exact scene. You see the blood spatter in the back, but you don't see it here to the left in the shot that I have here on the left. You don't see it at all. So what I'm saying basically is that we can make the assumption that Devin Dakota's character is going to get killed off, but basically with all these edited, chopped scenes that we are getting in the trailers, we can't say that that is actually 100% true. We got to obviously wait till we get to the film. They are definitely doing a good job of trying to play tricks with us, but fortunately we have been doing a good job to catch these little tricks. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the second TV spot trailer that we have gotten in the last 4 days that was actually released yesterday. The TV spot trailer that is titled Knock. So obviously I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the last trailer. I'm going to play it here, and then I'm going to chime back in and break it down and give you guys my thoughts and opinions.
He followed us here.
So what do we do now?
This isn't like any other Ghostface.
Find you! Come on, mother!
It's for you.
Hello, Gale.
Scream, only in theaters March 10th.
Okay, so we start off the trailer with obviously Ghostface seemingly at the door of the apartment that Tara, Samantha, Mindy, Annika, and Chad seem to be at. But what is even more interesting about this shot is obviously we see Annika and Mindy kind of close by. Annika's holding on to Mindy. We are kind of already knew that going into this film that this was probably going to be Mindy's new girlfriend, etc. But what is really fascinating about this shot is Chad and Tara. Now, we're going to get into this later on in the video, but there has been some rumors circulating around these two characters in Scream 6 about a possible relationship happening. And in this shot, I think it's even more telling that that's the direction that we're going to be headed in Scream 6. Now, we get to this next shot that we see of Samantha walking towards what seems to be the front of an apartment door. But then, later on, we see Ghostface approaching a guy who seems to be crawling away on the floor, obviously trying to escape Ghostface. And this shot honestly looks like it's in the same exact place that Samantha is at. And then obviously the bottom shot that I have here, you see Samantha taking her swing at Ghostface, hitting Ghostface with something, an object that she has in her hand, what have you. But this shot here, these shots, even though they don't happen like directly right after each other, I was able to break it down, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. These shots look like it's in the same exact place. Now, who's the guy? I honestly couldn't make it out. You can see by the hair. You can say by the hair, oh, it looks like Chad, but I really don't think it is Chad. I honestly think it could be Samantha's maybe new boyfriend or a companion that she might be seeing. I don't know. I don't think it's obviously, to me, not Josh Segarra. His hair is a lot shorter, and he kind of has like a fade or what have you. His hair is a lot shorter than this guy's. So it's not Josh Segarra that is in this apartment. But it seems like these three shots that I have here, it's in the same exact location, in the same exact apartment. And it seems to me that Ghostface is going to be showing up at Samantha's home, at her apartment. Now, at least from what we can see so far, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like Tara, Chad, Mindy, or anybody else is around. So what this tells me is that Samantha might have her own place, or whoever this guy is, she could be staying with him or what have you, and Ghostface seems to arrive. Could this be the opening scene of the movie? Now, I know a lot of us think Samara Weaving is going to be the opening scene of the movie, etc., etc., and I'm not exiting that out. That's the most likely scenario to happen. But I'm not going to lie, this scene here that we got in this TV spot trailer just gave me the feels of an opening scene attack, opening scene kill. Maybe the guy's going to get killed. Obviously, we don't know yet. What have you. Thank God they didn't give that away. But I just get the vibes that this could be an opening scene. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, but definitely fascinating. And I do think that these shots here of this guy here in this apartment, and Ghostface is there, and Samantha taking her swing at Ghostface, and Samantha walking towards what seems to be the front door of an apartment. I think this is the same exact apartment, and I think it's the same exact location. So definitely fascinating, and definitely going to be interesting to look out for when the movie comes out. We now move on to this next shot here in the trailer, where we see Tara, Samantha, Chad, what I assume to be Jack Champion's character sitting down there right next to Chad, Annika, Mindy, and also Quinn Bailey, who is portrayed by Liana Liberero. Now, what is interesting about this is because I stated before in a video, in one of my previous videos that I did actually last week, that I felt like Quinn Bailey's character, Liana Liberato, was going to be killed off in the opening scene. As we know, her dad, Dermot Mulroney's character, Detective Bailey, is a detective, and that his story arc is going to have to be told, and at least in my opinion, it would only make sense if you killed her off in the opening scene of the movie, so we can get that clarification as to why he's even involved in this investigation of the Ghostface killings to begin with, outside of just being a New York City detective. Now, I've even also said that leading into the film, at least in the other trailers that we've gotten, we have not seen her character with any of the main characters in the film. We have not seen like scenes or shots in the trailers that pits Liana Liberato's character Quinn Bailey with any of the other characters. Well, here, this is the first shot that we have in a trailer that shows her character is going to be engaging with our main characters in this film. This is the first time in any of the trailers that we have seen this. Now, I know we have set photos that show that she's, engaging with them, etc. But set photos doesn't always mean that there are going to be scenes with each other. Those are just set photos. Them taking pictures together and stuff like that, like, for Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff. Doesn't always mean that they're going to be in the exact same scenes together. But be that as it may, we do see her character sitting here with our main characters, and it's interesting because now I'm starting to think that she may not be an opening scene kill. Now, I do also want to bring up the fact that I mentioned that I thought she could be a reenactment kill from Scream 4, and that was based on a mistake I made in the dialogue from Dermot Mulroney's interview about, his character being the father of a victim that is in Scream 6. I initially thought that he basically said that the victim, his daughter, was in Scream 4. That's what I initially took from that comment from Dermot. That was my mistake. So obviously we know for a fact that his daughter, Quinn Bailey, is going to be in Scream 6. Now, what is even going to be more interesting to see if she is going to die or is she just going to be attacked, and at what point in the movie is she going to be attacked or killed off. That's, to me, the most interesting thing about this character going into the film right now, is when will she be killed, or if she will be killed, and at what point will we see her character getting attacked by Ghostface. Okay, so we move on now to this next scene where we have Samantha and Tara Carpenter, and it looks like they are backing into an elevator of sorts. At least that's what I'm taking. That's what I take into this scene. Now, another thing I take from the scene is that Tara, as you can see, is screaming and yelling, crying. It seems like she is watching somebody either be attacked or brutally killed. Now, I'm going to say that she is seeing Chad Meeks Martin being attacked, as I stated earlier in the video, and we're going to delve even a little bit deeper here later on in the video. But as I said earlier in the video, that it seems like Tara and Chad have a deeper relationship this time around, and this would, garner that type of reaction, watching Chad get killed or possibly be brutally attacked, etc. This would garner that type of reaction from Tara. So I definitely do think that Tara is seeing Chad get attacked. Does that mean that Chad will die? No. Again, I think they are making him out to be the new Dewey Riley, which in the first two Screams, we know Dewey Riley was stabbed to death, but he ended up surviving. And this is what I think they're going to be doing with Chad as well. In Scream 5, he was stabbed. He got basically the Dewey homage by being carted off into the ambulance at the end, signifying that he was alive. And I think they're going to do the same thing in Scream 6, like they did with Dewey in Scream 2, by having him get attacked, but subsequently be revealed that he is alive in the end. We now move on to this next shot that we have, and we see Samara Weaving's character on the phone. Seems like she gets a phone call. Now, I'm going to go on a hunch here and say that obviously it's Ghostface that is calling her. But what is really fascinating about this shot that we see in this trailer, to me anyway, is that this doesn't look like a typical alleyway shot. Like this, you know how back alleys look? This doesn't look like an official back alley. And the reason why I say that is because look at that wall behind Samara Weaving's character, Laura. Look at that wall behind her. Now, if you obviously look in front of her as well, you can see the trash cans. You can see, certain other stuff, around. Looks like a bunch of like garbage and all that. Well, in my opinion, what I think this is the set of the Broadway, from the Broadway musical. I don't think this is an actual back alley in New York City. I think this is on the set of the Broadway musical Wrongly Accused. And the reason why I say that is because, again, if you look behind her, there's this big old wall, and then if you look forward, this looks like, this would be where the alleyway would be in terms of like the trash being placed up against the wall and all that stuff. But it doesn't look like there's a way out from that, if you're looking, directly, in front, it doesn't look like there's a way out. It looked like the way out would be on the side of her or behind her, etc. So I don't believe this is a real back alley shot. I think this is from the set of the Wrongly Accused Broadway musical. But that is just my opinion. Obviously, we'll get that confirmation once we get to the film. We now move on to this next shot that we have here of Mindy Meeks Martin. And much like Jenna Ortega's character in the last shot I showed of her with Samantha, it seems like, much like Tara, Mindy is, crying. She looks like she's watching somebody get killed, be attacked, etc. I'm going to say this is where she sees Annika getting killed. I'm not saying that she wouldn't, her or Tara wouldn't have, these type of feelings or emotions if any one of them was, they saw any one of them getting killed off, etc. But it's always different when it's somebody who's a little bit closer to your heart. And I think much like Jenna Ortega's character, Tara Carpenter, in that scene that I showed you guys a few seconds ago, I think it's the same thing here with Mindy Meeks Martin, with Jasmine Savoy's character. I think she's watching her girlfriend Annika get attacked or get killed, which is why it garners this expression on her face. Could I be wrong? Sure, but that's where I'm going with this shot of Mindy Meeks Martin. We then get the next shot here, and we see Tara Carpenter dangling from Samantha's arm. This is something we saw in the original, official Scream 6 trailer that was released a few weeks ago. Now, another thing that was a big talking point was how far of a drop would that have been if, Tara were to fall. And the reason why that was a big topic of conversation is because many felt that there was another Ghostface killer possibly on the bottom of this, on this tier or what have you, being that we see Ghostface, scraping the knife up against the rail, and we could assume that's that Ghostface walking towards Samantha and Tara while Tara's trying to hold on. And a lot of people were speculating the reason why Samantha didn't want to drop Tara is because there may have been another Ghostface killer waiting for her on the bottom of that tier. Well, if you obviously look to where I have pointed, that is true. There is a Ghostface killer that is on that bottom tier where Tara would seemingly fall to. So it's not looking good for Tara, I will say that, but we'll see. We'll have to wait till we get there to see exactly if this is going to play out the way that these trailers are showing us it's playing out. Because again, as I pointed out in this video and previous videos as well, they're definitely doing some editing tricks to keep us talking and to keep us guessing. We now move over to this next shot here where we see Gale Weathers on her computer, but we also see that male figure that was in her house when we seen the official trailer that basically Ghostface, snatched up and throws, through the wall or through the bookcase, what have you. We see this same exact person now standing behind Gale Weathers, and he's the one who actually takes the call. He's the one who takes the call that it's Ghostface, because you hear him in the trailer say to Gale, "It's for you." And then obviously Gale takes the phone and it's Ghostface. So that is very, very fascinating. And the reason why I say that's fascinating is because a lot of us have speculated, who is this guy? Could he... A lot of people feel like that might be Gale's new boyfriend. And some people feel like that it's not, because given, how fresh, Dewey's death still is. It's only, a year ago that Dewey died, etc. They feel like it would still be too fresh for Gale to move on. However, I actually tend to disagree with that now with this shot, because, you could sit there and still say maybe it's her bodyguard, etc. But I don't know any bodyguard that is answering the landline of their client's home. I don't know any bodyguard that has that type of leeway to do that. In my opinion, I really do think this is Gale's new boyfriend. I could be wrong, but she's having a guy answer her phone, her landline. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that a boyfriend or a companion would do. That's not something a security guard would do. And I don't know. Could I be wrong? But I don't think I am, but I could be. But I just think that this guy who is behind Gale Weathers, who we do see get snatched up in the official trailer that we got a few weeks ago, I think this guy is her new boyfriend. And this is really, really fascinating, especially in this shot. This is a fascinating development. Because again, as I stated, I just don't believe a security guard would be needing to answer Gale's home phone. What reason would her security guard have to do that? Could she say, "Yeah, hey, answer that for me"? Yeah, absolutely. But it's the way the guy says, "Hey, it's for you. It's for you," as if he was if he could be expecting a phone call there at the house as well. So I definitely do think, as much as a bummer it would be, I definitely do think that this is Gale Weathers' new boyfriend in Scream 6. Alright everybody, now we're moving on to the last part of this video about the rumors that have been circulating around the Tara Carpenter, Chad Meeks Martin character, as well as the Jack Champion character, who is obviously named Ethan Landry in Scream 6. Okay, so as I stated earlier in the video, you can clearly tell that Chad, and even in this shot, you can clearly tell that Chad and Tara have an even deeper relationship than just being friends. They seem like they are boyfriend and girlfriend in this movie. Now, according to the rumors, that is true, that they are an item. But also according to these rumors that are out there on Reddit, Twitter, etc., Jack Champion's character is supposed to have an interest in Tara Carpenter. Whether, Tara has an interest in him, obviously remains to be seen. There wasn't really too many details about that. But Jack Champion's character likes Tara Carpenter. And apparently this is there's going to be some type of love triangle situation going on between the three. Or at least, something hinting at a potential love triangle between these three. Now, why that is fascinating is because, much like in Scream 5, we know Wes Hicks had a fascination with Tara Carpenter, but they didn't, and he liked her, think he wanted, to date her, etc. But they didn't really go deep into detail with that. They really didn't go deep dive into Wes Hicks, you know, and Tara Carpenter's relationship, if you will, or whatever their relationship was. What this also reminds me of, y'all, is the Billy Loomis, Sidney Prescott, and Christina Carpenter love triangle to a degree. It kind of reminds me of that. I feel like they're kind of homaging that with Jack Champion's character, Jenna Ortega's character, and Mason Gooding's character. Like, as soon as I heard these rumors about a potential love triangle between these three, I instantly went back to Billy Loomis, Sidney Prescott, and Tara's mother, Christina Carpenter. Could this be the direction that they're heading? I don't know. But where there's smoke, there's got to be a little bit of fire, right? So I definitely do think that in Scream 6, even if they don't go full on, you know, love triangle with it, I definitely do think to some capacity they will be paying some type of homage to the whole love triangle of Billy Loomis, Sidney Prescott, and Christina Carpenter through Chad Meeks Martin, Tara Carpenter, and Ethan Landry. Could I be wrong? Again, absolutely. But these are just the vibes that I'm getting, you guys. And it's a very fascinating development, especially for these characters. What did we say about Scream 5? We had such a lack of character development with our characters. It seems like in Scream 6, they are definitely going all out in terms of developing these characters and giving us some storylines that we can sink our teeth into. But okay, everyone, that is it for this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think about these 2 TV spot trailers that we got for Scream 6. Let me know your thoughts and opinions and theories, as well as let me know what you guys think about the rumors of a potential love triangle between the Tara Carpenter, Chad Meeks Martin, and Ethan Landry characters. Once again, this is I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. Thank you all for watching.